Aloha guys and welcome back to your girl Ava Stormburn's YouTube channel. Thank you guys. And today guys, I did the poll, Shutter Island one. The other one was The Terminator. Today we're going to be doing Shutter Island. And the next reaction I'll do the first Terminator and I'm so excited. Let's get into it. So Leonardo DiCaprio's in this movie. And it's called Shutter Island. I believe it's like a thriller, a psychological thriller. Shout out to Marco for recommending this as well, and it won the poll, so shout out.
Pull yourself together, Teddy. Pull yourself together.
Maybe he's like a detective or something. I'm getting like a detective vibe. It's the Hulk.
How long you been with the Martians? 4 years.
With the marshals.
What about you? You got a girl? Married?
His accent. The marshal. What is it? Like New York? Brooklyn? Boston, maybe?
Give you a briefing about the institution before you left. All I know is it's a mental hospital. For the criminally insane.
Okay, that's a green screen behind them. I can tell.
Butterflies, they wouldn't eat us.
Ooh. That island almost looks, it kind of gives me an ominous vibe.
We'll be casting off as soon as you two are ashore. I'd appreciate it if you'd hurry up about it.
Why?
Storm's coming.
A storm's coming. It almost looks like a prison. This island.
Never seen a marshal's badge before.
He looks familiar.
Welcome to Shutter Island. I'll be the one taking you up to Ashcliff.
I feel like that guy was in the film Gothica with Halle Berry. Oh my god, the music. It's very like old school, like an old school vibes. Old school scary vibe.
The most dangerous patients are housed there. Admittance to Ward C is forbidden without the written consent and physical presence of both myself and Dr. Cawley. Gentlemen, you will not get through this gate with your firearms.
Also, Leonardo DiCaprio's tie. I love that it's like island vibes. Look at it. Like trees and stuff.
We take only the most dangerous damaged patients, ones no other hospital can manage. And it's all due to Dr. Cawley. He's created something really unique here. It's a hospital for people our society normally considers beyond treatment.
Oh my gosh, she looks troubled. Okay. She looks creepy as hell.
What do intelligence agencies want to consult a psychiatrist about?
I guess you'll have to ask him.
Marshal Daniels?
Hey, wasn't he an Iron Man? Was he like, I forgot what he was.
Those paintings are quite accurate. Used to be the kind of patients we deal with here were shackled and left in their own filth. They were beaten.
Rachel Solando escaped sometime in the last 24 hours.
Last night, she killed all 3 of her children. She drowned them in the lake behind her house.
And what about the husband?
He died on the beaches at Normandy. She's a war widow. She starved herself when she first came here. She insisted the children weren't dead.
Sorry, Doctor. You don't happen to have an aspirin, do you?
Crimes are headaches, Marshal. In that case, you're quite right. The simpler, the better.
Oh, thanks so much.
Rachel still believes the children are alive.
Does he have migraines?
Knowledge that she's in an institution she believes we're all deliverymen, milkmen, postal workers.
Came back for a midnight round, she was gone.
A secret passageway, maybe? The law of 4 is 6, who is 67.
what the law for is, though.
It's not a psychiatric term.
I suck at math, if that is a math question.
Last night, there were 7 men sitting at the base of those stairs playing stud poker. Yet somehow Rachel managed to slip past them.
How? She turns invisible?
Oh, he looks like Dick Tracy with the hat, like that angle.
What about those caves down there? Have you checked them?
No way she could get there. The base of those cliffs are covered in the poison ivy. 1,000 plants with thorns as big as my...
I wonder how big your is. Must be huge, I guess.
Who else does she have to pass to get down here?
Me.
Hey. I know him. He looks so young.
Glenn. Glenn.
He's on that show from Stars Network. I forgot the name of it.
I maybe went to the bathroom. What? You breached protocol, Christ. I wasn't gone more than a minute.
Miss Salondo was put in her room for lights out.
Power. He's in the show called Power.
She was worried about the rain, and she hated the food here.
So you were there. Was there a doctor present?
Yes, Dr. Sheehan led the discussion.
We're gonna need to speak with Dr. Sheehan.
He left on the ferry this morning. His vacation was already planned. He'd been putting it off too long.
Do you have the phone number for where he's gone?
Okay, Leo's character doesn't look well. He looks like he's sick or something. Yeah, he looks like he's sick.
But it's all down, all the lines. The storm's hitting the mainland like a hammer.
Good. We can talk then, right?
We have been talking, Marshal.
Okay, now I'm getting a very much Resident Evil the game vibes. Like, this is very Resident Evil 2.
Commander was court-martialed.
I can see why.
Nice music. Who is that, Brahms?
No.
Is that the Holocaust?
Forgive me, gentlemen, my colleague, Dr. Jeremiah Nyring.
I'm having questions in my head now.
You have outstanding defense mechanisms. You must be quite adept at interrogations.
Okay, Hitler's on the wall. Leo's having flashbacks of the Holocaust. Is he a survivor?
I said, you are men of violence. I'm not accusing you of being violent. Men.
Please, edify us, Doctor.
I haven't had that word in a while. Edify.
Do you believe in God, Marshal?
Das glaube ich. You ever seen a death camp, Doctor? Ein Konzentrationslager.
He's German.
Now listen, we're gonna need those files on Sheehan and the rest of the staff as well.
No personnel files will be released.
This investigation is over. We're gonna file our reports and we're gonna hand it over to
Hoover's boys.
Hoover's boys, that's right. We're taking the ferry back in the morning.
You'll be bunking in the orderlies' quarters.
So you got denied access to Rachel's documents.
Hey, boss. We're really packing it in?
If only they had Google back then, right? The law of 67 is, or of 4 is 67.
Are you real?
No. She's still here.
Ooh. Rachel?
She never left. Remember when we stayed in the cabin in the summer, Teddy? We were so happy. She's here. You can't leave.
So this is all in his head, right?
Just bones in a box.
Her dress has flower prints. I love the color in this scene.
You have to wake up.
Ashes.
You have to face that. But she is. So is he.
Who?
Laeddis.
That was a very vivid dream, yeah. It was so vivid.
Which school are you, Doc?
Me? I have this radical idea that if you treat a patient with respect, listen to him, try and understand, you just might reach him.
Oh.
Could you stop that?
That nurse?
Please
Stop that.
That nurse, maybe she had kids, huh?
You know a patient named Andrew Laeddis? Do you? No! No!
Oh, I'll never get out of here.
I've seen her in something before too, this lady. I just don't know.
Well, I have my dark days. I suppose everybody does. The difference is most people don't kill their husbands with an axe. Although, personally, I think if a man beats you and half the women he sees, and no one will help you, axing him isn't the least understandable thing you could do.
And Dr. Sheehan was there that night?
Yes. He talked about anger.
So she was delusional?
Could I have a glass of water, please?
No problem.
Show me what you wrote. I want to see.
Did you ever meet a patient named Andrew Laeddis?
No. Never heard of it.
Okay, she's triggered. Andrew Laeddis.
Andrew Laeddis is the maintenance man in the apartment building where my wife and I live. He's also a firebug. Andrew Laeddis lit the match
That burned down
that caused the
his
fire
home.
that killed my wife.
Oh.
Latest got away with it and then he disappeared. About a year ago, I opened up the paper and there he is. Ugly looking son of a... Huge scar from his right temple down to his left lip. Eyes different colors. Pretty sure he's not in Ward B. That leaves Ward C.
Oh, he could be dead. A lot of places to hide a body here.
Only one place no one would really notice.
Ward oh, cemetery. I thought he was gonna say Ward C.
No, let's go.
Watch out!
Oh, shit.
What are you gonna do about it? I'm not here to kill Laeddis.
You're here to rescue Rachel. But Laeddis killed your wife.
When we got through the gates at Chuck Aule, the SS guards surrendered. The commandant tried to kill himself before we got there, but he botched it. Took him an hour to die. When I went outside, I saw all the bodies on the ground.
Oh, gosh. Oh.
It wasn't warfare, it was murder.
We started asking around about Ashcliffe, waiting for a chance to get out here, and then suddenly they need a U.S. Marshal.
All they had to do was fake an escape to get you here, and now they have you. Now they have us both here now.
Marshal, are you out here? This is Deputy Ward McPherson. Marshal!
How about that?
A conspiracy.
We're getting off this goddamn island, you and me. Come on.
Wait, so it's a conspiracy against him? He's obviously traumatized as well. Like,
Rachel Solando's note. The Law of Four, I love that. You said you had no idea what that second line could refer to, correct? I just heard you say there are 24 patients in Ward C and 42 patients in Wards A and B, which means there's a total of, what, 66 patients at this facility?
That is correct, yes.
It seems to me Rachel Solando is suggesting that you have a 67th patient, Doctor.
She's here. Safe and sound.
how did they find her? Is that even her?
Who are these men? Why are they in my house?
Police officers, Rachel.
Yes, she is delusional, right? From the conversation earlier that she thinks everyone is like her neighborhood. Yeah, I think that's what they said.
Communist, subversive in this area, passing out literature.
Here?
Oh, Laeddis? He's talking about Laeddis.
I made breakfast for Jim and the children, packed Jim's lunch, and he left, and I sent the children off to school. I decided to take a long swim in the lake.
So the ocean?
I thought of you.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't you know how lonely I've been, Jim? You're gone. You're dead. I cry every night.
I'm freaking confused.
How am I supposed to
Okay, is she imagining things or is he? Ugh, it's so confusing right now.
I'm so sorry, but everything's gonna be all right, okay?
I buried you. I buried an empty casket. Your body rained down, lumps of flesh splashing into the sea, eaten by sharks. My Jim's dead, so who the are you?
We found her down by the lighthouse, skipping stones. We've no idea how she got out, but I'm gonna have to ask you to go down and...
His head is hurting. Something's wrong with him. See, he's sick. Something is going on.
It'll stop the pain. Marshall, take the pills.
I'm getting the feeling that maybe Leo's character is a patient. There's just so many weird things happening that it's making me think of all these like different scenarios. He's going through some things, or maybe like it's tied to his trauma. Or maybe not. I don't know. Oh, see, he is his trauma, losing his wife, and then being in the war of the Holocaust against Hitler and all that stuff. That can definitely hurt your mind, you know, hurt your brain. Like very traumatic experiences. Laeddis, the scar in his face.
Because I know how much you need it.
Clock's ticking, my friend. We're running out of time.
Oh, this is in his head, right?
Give me a hand here.
She killed her kids, right? Okay, this is the lake.
See? Aren't they beautiful?
Oh. Okay, I am confused. Like, how the hell is she alive?
Laeddis isn't dead. He isn't gone.
I know.
You need to find him, Teddy. You need to find him and you kill him dead.
I think the whole electrical system is fried.
It's a good possibility, yeah.
All the electronic security.
Tag, you're in!
He looks creepy as frick. He looks so creepy, yeah.
Hey! Hey! Teddy!
And how is he the only one in there? That's so weird.
No! No! What are you doing?
No, not you, not you. Take a walk.
Come on.
That place is... It's a huge prison. Look at it. It's creepy. It's isolated. Oh my gosh.
After all the talks we had, after all the lies you told me.
Let me see your goddamn face now!
What? So you can lie to me more?
It's about exposing the truth.
It's about you! I was incidental.
They're gonna take me to the lighthouse. They're gonna cut into my brain. And I'm only here.
Boss!
We got problems. McPherson and Cawley are in the building.
They heard an orderly went batshit on a patient.
They're looking all over the place for him. They're on their way to the roof. Let's get the hell out of here.
I'm going to that lighthouse. Find out what the...
That's a whole lot of danger. Like, how do you navigate on those unless you're a mountain goat?
You brought me into this, boss. And now we're trapped here on this rock, on this island, with no one to rely on but each other. And now you're acting like...
Like what? Like what?
What the hell happened back there in those cells, Ted?
George Noyce.
What do you think the weather's like in Portland,
And his
Chuck?
imaginary wife, who's
from Seattle,
continuously haunting him.
I'm going with you, boss.
I said alone.
Fine.
I don't think alone is a good idea. You should probably take him. That is a beautiful view, though. I will say that. Look at it. It's very beautiful. Ew, the rats. Girl, that is a whole lot of rats. Oh my gosh. This man went mountain climbing, rock sliding.
Who are you?
I'm Teddy Daniels. I'm a cop.
You're the marshal.
Who the hell is this?
Did you kill your children?
Wait, she's the real Rachel? So the other one is an imposter?
Reasonable protests or denial. Valid fears. Paranoia.
Survival instincts are.
It's barbaric. Unconscionable. Do you know how pain enters the body, Marshal? Do you?
Depends on where you're hurt.
Sane men never would.
To have that kind of ability, that kind of knowledge, that would take years.
Years of research. Hundreds of patients to experiment on. Because they're gonna point to some event in your past and say it's the reason you lost your sanity. Your friends and colleagues will say, of course he cracked.
Oh my god, I was literally just saying that about his trauma.
I'm gonna say it about you.
So they used your actual trauma experiences against you?
The aspirin.
Jesus. And you ate the food in the cafeteria and drank the coffee they gave you. You tell me at least that you've been smoking your own cigarettes.
No, you got cigarettes from the guy, the black guy.
No, I haven't.
They take neuroleptic narcotics to reach workable levels in the bloodstream. Palsy.
There's just a whole bunch of conspiracy going on. Like, this is wild. It's very wild, yeah.
Marshall, you have no friends.
This movie's making me second guess a lot of things. Like, is his friend really there, or is he a figment of his imagination? Like, there's all this stuff happening. And I'm trying to puzzle, like, the pieces in my head. And it gets confusing.
There you are. We were wondering when you'd show up. Have a seat.
He's the alleged marshal.
Cawley thinks you're harmless, that you can be controlled, but I know different.
You know me.
Oh, but I
No,
do.
you don't
Oh,
know
I know you. We've known each other for centuries.
Huh? Centuries? What do you mean?
If I was to sink my teeth into your eye right now, would you be able to stop me before I blinded you?
Give it a try.
That's the spirit.
This noise, you said his name was, he's delusional.
Oh, extremely. It can be quite upsetting. As a matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, a patient got so wound up by one of Noyce's stories that he beat him up.
Oh my god, are they talking about him? Obviously.
My partner, Chuck.
You don't have a partner, Marshall. You came here alone. You know, I've built something valuable here, and valuable things have a way of being misunderstood.
See, they're gonna get me. All these, like, twists and turns. Like, I don't know what to believe. Like, what if he really does have a partner? Like, or he doesn't have the partner? Or, like, they're lying to him. They're creating this whole conspiracy behind, like, you know, playing God and creating all these narratives. And like that girl said in the cave, the real, I forgot her name. The lady in the cave, yeah, creating all those experiments and sending ghosts out into the world. It's so crazy, this story. It's very convoluted and it's kind of like intricate. So I don't know what to believe.
What's this, Doctor? Huh? What's this?
It's just a sedative. Kill me? Gosh.
You think you deserve it?
See, now he looks crazy to them, right? Like, it can go both ways. Okay, now he's paranoid too. Like, he has all the signs they were talking about.
You go there and you'll die.
He's my partner. If they are hurting him, if they're holding him against his will, I've got to bring him out. Can't lose anyone else. I love this thing because you gave it to me.
Oh no, he's gonna blow his car up. Oh my gosh. I honestly feel bad for him. I feel bad for the character Terry. I mean Teddy. Teddy is his name.
Why are you all wet, baby?
Baby.
You know exactly what I said. Have Dr. Sheehan take a look at your man before you send him off.
Dr. Sheehan came in on the ferry this
His
morning.
friend is not there. His partner.
You've been here for 2 years, a patient of this institution.
Oh my gosh. This...
You really think...
I don't know what to believe. Like, I honestly don't know what to believe.
Bullshit. Where's my partner, huh? Where's Chuck? Where is he?
Let's try this another way. Your wife's maiden name was Chanal, am I correct?
Don't you even talk about her,
I'm afraid I have to. Daniels has exactly the same 13 letters as Andrew Laeddis, the same as Rachel Solando and Dolores Chanal. The names are anagrams for each other.
Oh my gosh.
Then they're not going to work on
you. You came here for the truth.
Rachel Solando, Dolores.
Your name is Andrew.
Shut up!
It's the seventh patient at Ashcliffe. He's you, Andrew.
This movie is wild.
One you can't forgive yourself for, so you invented another self.
Multiple personality.
You're a hero, still a U.S. Marshal, only here at Ashcliffe.
His mind fractured.
You've injured orderlies, guards, other patients. 2 weeks ago, you attacked George Noyce.
No.
Because he called you Laeddis, and you do anything not to be him. I have a transcript of the conversation.
I feel so bad for him.
And tell the U.S. Marshal's office that he's a defense mechanism.
Hello, boss.
Wait. His partner.
I'm sorry, there wasn't any other way. Someone had to stick with you, keep you safe.
Huh?
I mean, watch me, huh? Watch me every minute.
Play along? He was playing along with him?
I'm Lester Sheehan.
Oh my gosh.
Andrew, listen to me. If we fail with you, then everything that we've tried to do here will be discredited, everything.
We're on the front lines of a war here, old boy.
Now, if they are telling the truth, like, I hope Edward, or, I don't know his name. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh,
no.
Andrew, no. My name is Edward Daniels.
You can tell by the way.
I see, and that's your firearm, Marshal, you're sure?
The barrel from when Philip Stack shot at me. You're not gonna...
Oh.
Andrew, please don't.
What the? Is he hallucinating again?
It's a toy, Andrew. In manic depressive, suicidal. At the cabin by the lake. And here, the little girl, the one you dream of.
Oh my gosh, that is his freaking kids. That's a hell of a lot of trauma. Like, if that is real, like, for his character, he buried himself in guilt. That it triggered, like, a survival mechanism in his brain.
I'm back! We got him just outside Oklahoma. Must have stopped 10 places in between here and...
Please, God, no!
I love you so much. I love you.
Oh my gosh.
Andrew.
Rachel.
Rachel.
Which would be worse? To live as a monster? Or to die as a good man?
Where are they going? So, is he cured or not cured, right? Like, did their experiment work? Or are they taking him to the lighthouse? Yeah? Wait, I have questions! This movie literally spun me in circles, like, from the beginning. Martin Scorsese. I'm officially mind-fucked. You guys, honestly, like, this movie just had my head spinning in circles from the beginning. I had no idea how Leonardo DiCaprio's character was gonna be in this film. I just thought it was like an eerie, scary island, and then we get involved into, I thought he's like an investigator, and he's not an investigator, or he is. That he was in the military, he was getting headaches, but that's the first thing I noticed when he got that migraine headache. I was like, okay, something's not right. Like, this is different. Like, something's not right. So in my mind, I thought, okay, something could be wrong with Leonardo DiCaprio's character, right? And then, of course, later on in the story, he has, like, multiple personalities. He made this whole other entity. Then I felt bad for him during that time. Towards the end of the last act, when you started to see all these memories and then his trauma. Like, I really felt bad for him when he was struggling. He was struggling and grasping to, I don't know, find his own reality, right? Whichever reality he was in, whether it was Andrew or Teddy or Eddie, like, he had all these different characters. Yeah, that was definitely a roller coaster ride. I, like, literally mind-fucked. I feel like at the end of this film, though, I didn't get my questions answered. Like, I wanted to know if that was really, you know, there was really no conspiracy against him. And that, you know, he really was a detective, or, like, the beginning of the film, like, that was the real him, right? Who was in the war and all that stuff. We didn't get that. They just left it on, like, a cliffhanger. So I don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy, or if, like, I don't know which truth is real. And I guess maybe Martin Scorsese left it that way. Because I'm still thinking, you know, it could have gone any kinds of way. Like, he's not, you know, like, I don't know, the conspiracy against him is not real. And that was actually his psychiatrist, and that was actually the warden, and they were actually doing an experiment to see, you know, if they could help him get better. If that is real, or, like, you know, it could go another way. Or if that story is real, like, you know, how they left it, like, Leonardo DiCaprio's character is really traumatized, really had, like, multiple personalities due to his trauma, which is a lot of trauma. And they did this, like, I guess you call exercise and experiment to see if it would help him be better. Like he said, 9 months ago, they tried it again and he relapsed or he regressed. So, like, literally mind fucked. Like, my mind is all over right now. I don't know, but however they left it, like, that ending, I think that ending was meant to be that way, right? Like, what do you guys think? I don't know. What do you guys think of this film? Like, it was definitely spinning me. I'm spun. I'm officially spun. Spinning. Mind spun. But yes, the acting in this film was definitely amazing. Like, Leonardo's character, Leonardo, acting in here was really well done. Yeah, I felt really bad for him. Like, going through the psychological changes and the trauma, going through his story. And I didn't know, like, really, I was, didn't know he had kids at all. And I didn't realize that the nurse he was imagining the nurse when she was telling him, I already buried you and blah, 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 and all that stuff. And then our kids are dead and whatever. I had no idea those kids were his. That was pretty critical and crucial to see on screen. That was actually his kids, and that he literally, you know, his brain, and there's a wound, right? They went into that whole thing about, like, the German word for wound, and trauma, right? It comes from trauma by Thelma or something. Yeah, his brain was really traumatized from all that experience with his wife, her murdering the children, his guilt for not getting her help, like he said it at the end. So he felt like he failed all of his entire family. Yeah, that's so heavy. Like, I put myself in that shoes, or like I tried to really be sympathetic and human, to try to kind of like put myself in that space of how he's feeling. And honestly, for the character, I felt really bad for him. Like, that is so traumatizing. So much so that, of course, he created a whole nother mind and persona in himself to keep away from the pain and live this whole fantasy that he, you know, he was a good person and he's doing good things. And his wife, he didn't really kill his wife. She was murdered by, you know, his counterpart, right? This latest guy. And I had no idea, too, at the end that his names were going to be, like, you know, flipped inside out, backwards, same letters, just used in a different name. Like, that was crazy to see. That was so cool to see, too. Like, that element took me by surprise. The name parallels and the fact that he had the children was, like, the biggest surprise for me. Yeah, this movie was crazy. So the ward is real. And the experiment, like, let's go back to the experiment they were doing on him. Like, the therapist, his psychiatrist or therapist, his shrink, I was like, they were really like they said in the dialogue that they went to a critical length to try this procedure or this experiment out, extreme experiment to try to help him. So they kind of like immersed themselves into his fantasy, whichever persona he was like displaying. Leonardo DiCaprio's character was displaying. And I was like, oh my God, so you posed as his best friend, and the way the film was edited, like you really, you can see like you believe that that's his friend or his partner or whatever. Yeah, this movie was pretty gnarly, pretty mind fucked. The ending like really went boom, 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 boom. The third act, the first act, like at some parts were like kind of slow for me. Like the first act towards the end of the first act, and then that was kind of slow for me, some parts. But this last act, like it kept going boom, 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 boom at a fast pace. Definitely feel a thriller in this film. This film, psychological thriller. Also, it's creepy too. Like just the thought process of thinking about these characters and how the story is displayed on screen and how I'm perceiving it as an audience member. So what I'm saying right now is obviously my take on it. But I want to know what you guys think of this film. Like, I have so many questions, right? Did you guys have a lot of questions in your head when you saw this film? Like, I want to know what you guys' thoughts were. Also, if you liked my reaction as well. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, I'm Ava Stormborn. Hit that like button. Pummel that subscribe button if you want more content from me. Little woman from Hawaii, of course. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. To all my subscribers, my Ava Stormborn family, I love you guys so much. I would not be able to do this content without you guys, and I know we're almost on the threshold of getting monetized as well. We're at 955 subscribers. We need like 45 more. But yes, thank you guys so much for rocking with me. I just cannot wait to do more films with you guys. Also, check out my socials. Like, I'm on Instagram mostly. I don't really Facebook or Snapchat that often. Or TikTok. I hardly do those things, but you know, they'll be in the comments and description as well. But yeah, thank you guys again for everything. So today we did Shutter Island, of course. The next film I'm gonna do, guys, is the first Terminator, which won the other poll that I did. I made 2 polls. I think I'm gonna start doing that though. Let me know if you guys think that's cool too. Like, I did 2 polls with different movies, some films the same on them, and then I'll like pick the 2 winners from each poll, and then I'll just react to those films. I kind of like doing 2 polls. So let me know what you guys' thoughts were on that. If that's cool. Yeah. Love you guys so much. I'll see you guys soon.